Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with another installment of Rabbi Ian 3, brought to you, as always, by MEOR DC. Please find us on Facebook or at MEORDC.com. We have we're taking applications for the MEOR Israel trip, an amazing trip this summer, and many other programs. Check it out. Okay, we got to hurry. I don't have much time. Very little time. We're getting ready for Pesach. You are. A Jewish home before Pesach is a flurry of preparations. And, hurrying is not just what we do around here before Pesach or around your house probably, but it actually is what we did the first night of the first Pesach. What am I talking about? Well, think back to the Haggadah for a second. When we mentioned the three most important symbols at the Seder, the matzah, the Pesach, which was the Passover lamb offering. We don't do that now, of course, without a temple, but matzah, Pesach, MEOR, those are the three main symbols, as Rabbi Gamliel says, great sage whom we quote in the Haggadah, and then he says you have to explain the significance of those three, or you have not fulfilled your obligation of the Seder. So what does it say about matzah? You remember? It has to do with hurrying, because it says, why do we eat the matzah? Because when it was time to leave Egypt, we had to hurry out of there. The Egyptians were rushing us out, and we didn't have time to have the dough for the road become leavened, and it was unleavened. And that's the reason given in the Haggadah for eating the matzah. So hurrying out is an important part of the story. Now, when you stop and think about that, what's going on with hurrying out? I mean, Hashem is in control of history, and he's in control of everything. There must be an important lesson there that he arranged those events, right? With the same precision that he brought about the 10 plagues, which devastated the Egyptians and didn't harm the Jews, not a single one, with incredible precision of divine providence. He did those plagues. He could have done the same thing for getting us out of Egypt. We could have just gone in a very leisurely way out. And there are many answers for why it had to be in a hurry. One answer is we were very much in a perilous situation in Egypt, spiritually speaking, on a very low level or high level, depending on how you define it, of impurity. We were very assimilated into the Egyptian idolatrous way of thinking and way of life. And the sources say that had we stayed any longer in Egypt, in that powerful and seductive country, even as slaves, we were very affected by that. We might never have gotten out. We would have assimilated. We would not have wanted to leave. So it had to be that we got out with a hurry at the last possible moment, so to speak. But there's also an idea there of the love of the Jewish people. In other words, Hashem was taking us out to bring us to Mount Sinai to be his people. And we followed out lovingly and trustingly into the desert, and even rushing out of there. That aspect of the Exodus shows our love for Hashem. Pesach and MEOR are two other important symbols. Like we said, the most important symbols. Pesach, Hashem skipped over the houses of the Jewish people. That shows, the commentaries say, Hashem's love for us, his special concern for us to protect us when he brought retribution among the firstborn of the Egyptians. And the MEOR are the dark times and difficulties that are part of our history. And we have to go through the bondage, in order to appreciate the freedom. Have the darkness before appreciating the light. Pesach, Matzah, and MEOR are the three main symbols of the Seder. Hashem's love for us, our love for Hashem, the bitterness that is not the essence of who we are. We have so many joys as being a Jewish people, but we've been through that, and it is part of our story and makes us who we are. Have a wonderful, wonderful Pesach. I got to rush out of here. It's 4 minutes. Got to go. See you later. May talk to you before Pesach. We'll see. Bye-bye.